Welcome back to the channel, Duelists. I'm Helix101, and today in Yugioh Duel Links, I'm going to show you how to build a viable spirit deck to use in ranked PvP. So when I first started doing Yugioh Duel Links content, I mentioned that I'm trying to build off-meta decks, something that you don't normally see in PvP matches because it's a lot more fun. I think it makes it a little bit more exciting to see decks that you've never tried before. And this is something that I really wanted to try ever since that Valkyrie's Rage came out. Of course, I'm talking about the spirit cards that were introduced. Now let me just preface before I show you this deck. There's still a few things that I want to try to tweak and change, and I'm still messing around with, but for now, this build has been working pretty well, and it's a lot of fun to use in ranked matches. Now firstly, for this deck, I am using Kaiba for his peak performance skill. The reason for that being is that it does help boost thunder and wind type monsters, and because I have a few different cards that fit those elements, then it's going to make our deck even stronger. Now I'm sure a lot of you have run into spirit decks from the standard duelists. They have a particular quirk. Every time that you use them, unless you do something specific to keep them on the field, they'll normally do their attacks and then return to your hand. So with the spirit deck, you have to play a little bit more carefully and more tactfully. You have to figure out what it is that you're trying to do in that turn and plan ahead what your next action is going to be. Also note that it's not exactly a free-to-play friendly build yet. This is really something that I've been resetting a few times, and I got lucky with some of the special sales that came included with super rare guaranteed or ultra rare cards. But for now, this is what I have set up, and I'll also mention some other cards that you can include in this build that can help with the synergy of the spirit cards. Now going from the top, I picked 2 ASURA Priests to be added into this deck. Now the reason this card's really handy is, first of all, it's a 4-star monster. So once you put it on the field, it's actually got a pretty decent attack. It has 1,700. Once you combine this with other cards that you have in your deck, it'll actually help boost the attack for this card. The other great thing too about the ASURA Priest is that once you summon him, you can actually attack all the monsters that they have on their field. You can do some crazy combos using this card. And that's why I prefer to have 2 just in case. You could get away with having 1 and replace it with a different card, but for now, my build that I have here has 2 ASURA Priests in it. Now, SUSA Soldier is going to be the backbone of our spirit deck, and I'm trying to get a 3rd one. Maybe, potentially, I'll mess around with it if I do end up getting it, but for now, having 2 is pretty handy. And you just want to guarantee that you can pull him as soon as possible. The reason for that being is he's a 4-star monster, but he has an attack of 2,000. His ability is that if you attack their life points directly, or if there's any life points damage done to the opponent, it gets cut in half. He's not meant to be a damage dealer. He's meant to be a field controller. Because of the fact that he has such a high base attack, you can help destroy a lot of monsters early on if you can pull him right away because of his base stat. And not only that, with Kaiba's peak performance ability, he starts off with an extra 200 attack on top of that. So it's 2,200 attack base just for having on the field as a 4-star monster. Really great for wiping the field, and you need to make sure that you can pair him up with another spell card that I will be discussing once we get to it. Now here's another card that's really handy with the synergy of this deck, and especially for making sure that you can guarantee pulls of all the other spirit cards that you have in your deck. SHINOBIRD Crane is another spirit monster that comes back to your hand unless you equip it with a specific spell card. However, the specialty about this card is that it works hand in hand with another spell card that I'm going to be discussing in our deck. The whole purpose of this deck is that you're going to be constantly having full hands. It's very, very common with this spirit build that you're going to have to start tossing cards away because you're going to be getting cards left, right, center once you get specific cards on the field. SHINOBIRD Crane has a decent attack for a 4-star monster, especially with the peak performance boost. It does start off with 1,700 attack and 1,700 defense. If you need to try to delay a little bit and you want to put this on defense, this is a good idea. Obviously, SUSA Soldier would be also a great option too if you don't have this card yet. You can put him in defense as well, and he has, I believe, 1,800 base defense with the peak performance ability on the field. Now, for a non-spirit card, we have BLACKSMITH KOTETSU. He's really just a stall. A stall in the sense that once we put him on the field and they destroy this card, he allows us to pull one of the specific equip cards that we need to make our spirit deck work as best as it can. It'll let you pull the spell card that lets you keep a spirit monster on the field, but it also helps stall a bit so that you can get even, hopefully, other better cards in the next pull. INABA White Rabbit. This guy is one of my favorite cards, and I actually used this one back with my Weevil deck. I didn't get a chance to show that yet. Again, if you guys want to see some of the old Kaiba Cup matches, I did build a Weevil deck that had him in the deck, and it's a very handy card. I basically call him my tactical nuke. Once you start filling up the spell zone with the appropriate cards that help boost INABA White Rabbit's attack, you're going to be able to just go and attack directly, especially if you have, for example, SUSA Soldier on the field. and he's already permanently on there with the equip spell. His attack's going to be around 2,200 unless you have a specific other card that's boosting even higher. And once he's on the field, you can start using this to bypass their defenses if they have monsters that you can't destroy, or if there's a stalemate going on. You can directly attack their life points, and not only that, it helps trigger some of their spell cards and traps that they might have. So they might have WINDSTORM of ETAQUA, Sphere Karibo, Mirror Wall, all those things they might want to pop up just to protect themselves because you're just attacking them directly. I love this card. I really recommend, even with a Weevil deck, add this card. He's very handy for just chipping away at their life points. Now here's the spell card that I really would recommend having included in a Spirit deck. It's the SHINOBIRD Power Spot. What this card does is spirit monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. So it's not just a measly buff. It is a meaty buff. It's almost like a mini field spell because it's a continuous spell card that just stays on your side of the field. If you have face-up wind monsters you control that return to your hand, so SHINOBIRD Crane, which is a wind monster, anytime that you attack with SHINOBIRD Crane and it comes back to your hand, you can actually activate this ability each turn and pull a spirit monster right into your hand. This is the card that's going to help you fill out your hand very quickly. You're going to be full of spirit monsters right away once you can get this on the field and if you have a SHINOBIRD Crane available. The other crazy thing about this is you can stack these. You can actually have 3 on the field. That's 1,500 points of attack and defense extra that you can have for each of your spirit monsters. So if it's nearing the end and you want to guarantee that you're going to destroy them, you can place these all on the field, have INABA White Rabbit on the field, and that his attack actually goes up to 2,200. So that little measly monster that I was showing you before, the one that starts with 700 attack, he will have 2,200 attack that can go directly to their life points. If you just want to guarantee that the match is going to be done quick, this is the way to do it. Now obviously with spirit cards, as you can see even just looking at this, there's not a lot of things that are going to counter their abilities, and the reason for that is that spirit cards, because they return to your hand, you don't really have to worry a lot about that. Also because of the fact that SUSA Soldier is so strong just for keeping on the field to wipe whatever monsters they have either in defense or attack, you don't have to worry about too many things compared to other normal decks. Spells and equip cards are going to be the bread and butter of this deck, and I usually try to recommend keeping one spot free at all times just so you can use some of the other spell cards that I'm about to show you as well. By the way, if it wasn't obvious, I am running 3 SHINOBIRD Power Spots. This is the card that you really want to have at least multiple cards in case they use Twister or Dispel to get rid of it. You want to have another one ready to pop up because that is something that's going to keep you alive. Here's the magical spell card that's going to keep your spirit monsters on the field, specifically SUSA Soldier. Mirror of YATA. What it does is that when it's equipped, it doesn't have to return to your hand. It just stays on the field. And the other great thing too is if, let's say, there's a monster that's really strong and it's going to attack and destroy your spirit monster, what happens is that it's not going to destroy the spirit monster. It's going to destroy this mirror first. So you get to keep your... It's almost like a get out of jail card for your spirit monster. You're not going to get destroyed. You are going to take some battle damage if it has a stronger attack than your card, but you basically get to stay on the field without even having this equipped. That's the other cool thing about this card, is that after the Mirror of YATA is destroyed, let's say that a monster attacks or rams your monster that has a higher attack, this disappears, but your monster stays on the field. So it gives you a chance to kind of figure out what your next step's going to be, or hopefully by then you have other cards that will be able to counter whatever that monster that just destroyed your mirror was. With this spell card, I recommend at least running 2 of them if you can get your hands on them. Again, this is why it's not a very free-to-play friendly deck, but at the same time, if you want to try something fun, unique, that you haven't seen in PvP or ranked matches, this is something that you're going to want to try to do. Now again, with the synergy of the spirit cards, and specifically SUSA Soldier, this is kind of a backup. This is like if you want to try to wipe the field just to guarantee that there's no spots available for them. This you could probably replace. This is not a required card. This spell card is MAKIU, the Magical Mist. It only works with a Thunder-type monster, and SUSA Soldier is Thunder. What happens is that since SUSA Soldier has such a high base attack, chances are their defenses are going to be lower than his base attack. So you get to destroy all the monsters your opponent controls with defense less than or equal to the attack of that monster. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. Now be aware, you can only use this if their cards are face up. So if they have anything face down, it's not going to wipe the field of them, even if it's a lower defense monster. You have to make sure that all the cards that you're wanting to destroy are visible on the map, and if you want to just play this to clear the field, this is the way to do it. Another great thing about using the ability of the spirit monsters returning to your hand is that Mystic Box you can actually use to destroy a strong monster. Let's say they summon Blue Eyes White Dragon, or a monster that's stronger than SUSA Soldier even with your SHINOBIRD Power Spot on the map. Use this with another monster like INABA White Rabbit or even SHINOBIRD Crane. You're basically trading a monster that you have on your field for the monster that they have on their field, but theirs gets destroyed with this Mystic Box. Once that turn's done, your monster just returns to your hand. So even if it goes over to their field and you destroy their monster, it just returns back to you. It's amazing. It's such a great card to have with this deck, and I only put one. If you have multiple of them, I guess you could always replace MAKIU with this card if you have two of them. But for now, I only have one of them, so I'm running with one Mystic Box, and it's a fun card to use sometimes. Sometimes I just do it just for the hell of it, just because it's a fun little combo that you can use. Here's one that you could have if you want, and it's actually helped me a few times increase my life points by a lot. The Orb of YASAKA. Now, the cool thing about this equipped spell card is that let's say your monster has this equipped, and of course it's going to return back to you. What happens is that after it returns back, so does this card. It doesn't go to the graveyard. It'll go to the graveyard at first, but then it returns right back to your hand. So you can keep using it each time you summon a specific spirit monster to attack and hopefully destroy so that you can get the life points. This pairs amazing with ASURA Priest. So, ASURA Priest, you're not really going to want to keep him on the field. You're going to want to use him in bursts if they do manage to fill up their side with monsters. And because you have SHINOBIRD Power Spot, his attack is going to go crazy high. You equip it with Orb of YASAKA, and you're just going to destroy all their monsters and absorb all of their life points. Chances are you're going to be getting at least 1,500 life points for each time you destroy one of those cards. I wouldn't recommend running with more than one of these because then it just clogs up your chances of getting another more vital card like Mirror of YASAKA. Now, this is one of the trap cards that I would recommend. I have 2 golden apples, and it's really handy just in case you don't get a good starting hand. For the most part, I've gotten this card often in my starting hand, and it's very handy because you want to make sure that you have at least one monster on the field if you don't have Mirror of YASAKA yet available to keep one of the spirit monsters like SUSA Soldier on your side to just destroy their monsters. This is just a stall. Especially if you have INABA White Rabbit, you can pair it with the Golden Apple token, have it on defense, and just attack their life points directly. They can't do anything. It's great. And lastly, I have WINDSTORM of ETAQUA. Now, I mean, you can have this. This can come handy, actually. Normally, with the spirit monsters, obviously you're going to be returning them back to their hand, but let's say something happens. Let's say you have to have a monster in defense, a spirit monster, and you don't want it to be destroyed. Then you could pop WINDSTORM of ETAQUA, flip their monsters into defense position, you get another chance at hopefully a better pull the next turn. So this is what I have so far. This is my deck. It's very spirit monster dependent. There's not a lot of physical monsters. The only physical monster I have on here is KOTETSU and technically the golden apples once you get the tokens on the field. But other than that, it has a really good synergy together, and I'm going to show you some matches with it. Before I do, though, I'm going to show you some cards that you can try and put into this deck for fun. And it can work well, but I tried it out, and it didn't... For me, it didn't work too well. I might have to change some other monster cards to make it more viable. Here's a card that I had before, but I really didn't get a chance to utilize it too often. He has a great ability. This is the spirit card, Great Long Nose. What happens is that if you manage to inflict battle damage to your opponent's life points, your opponent skips their next battle phase. The only issue is you need to have specific cards to combo this properly. You'd want to have this guy on the field as long as possible, and that means that you'd have to use a Mirror YASAKA. Otherwise, you're going to tribute summon one of your monsters, they're going to go to the graveyard, and then after you do this effect, he's going to come back to your hand, and you have to try to tribute to summon him again. He's a 5-star monster, so you can't just pop him into the field right away. I didn't get a chance to use it too often. It was just clogging up my monster cards, and I don't know. If you can get this to work with a better combo, let me know in the comments below, but he would be a really good card to replace something that you have in this deck. Now, another great card that you can try to utilize in this deck is Spirit's Invitation. I just spit everywhere on my microphone. Spirit's Invitation allows you to keep this card on the field, and you have to pay 500 life points each standby phase. The way it works is if let's say they have a monster in defense position, you attack with INABA White Rabbit, he goes, hits your life points, comes back, and then returns back to your hand. This trap card will make them have to pick one of their cards on the field and return it to their hand. Now, the wording on this is incorrect. It says that you can select one monster on your opponent's side of the field and return it to their hand. That's not true. They get to pick. So unless this is a glitch or that's not how it's supposed to work, they actually choose which monster they're going to be returning to their hand. This works well with Orb of YASAKA because you're going to be paying a lot of life points just to keep it on the field. And the other reason I took it out before is that I wasn't really utilizing it. I was destroying most of their monsters regardless on their side with my cards because they were so strong already. ASURA Priest was just clearing the field on its own. I didn't have to worry about them returning any cards to their hand. So I took this out, but this is something potentially that you can utilize in synergy with the spirit cards. I really prefer having the spell and trap zone clear so that you can combo different things like SHINOBIRD Power Spot, Orb of YASAKA, and just having that one spot available for any of those other trap cards like Mystical Box or MAKIU. It's up to you. This is just a suggestion, but there are plenty of other combinations. I've seen some people run with cards like Cocoon of Evolution just to keep a barrier always at all times. That would pair really well with Spirit's Invitation because then you can just not even worry about the Mirror of YASAKA card keeping them on the field. They just keep coming back and forth, back and forth. I'm just showing you guys what I have built so far. You don't like it, you can throw it right back. So that is my Spirit deck currently. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm going to show you guys some PvP matches. This is actually recorded before the new event's going to start with the special duels, so you're going to see some King of Games ranked matches here using my Spirit deck, and hopefully we can get some good luck while we try it out. Now, as you can see, I've had some luck already with the ranked matches using the Spirit deck. I am only in silver rank at the moment, but I'll show you guys how it works, and hopefully I can show you some of the good combos that you can do with your Spirit cards. Alright, so we're going up against a Bandit Keith. Looks like he's only gone to gold rank, or maybe he's just faking. And we're going second. Alright, so this is a good starting hand, actually. Okay, so he's dispelling my mountain card. Okay, so that means that my base attack is not going to be as good right away, which is fine. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place golden apples on the field first, just so I can get a wall. Hopefully he summons something strong. And then I'll play SUSA Soldier with Mirror of YATA. I was pronouncing it incorrectly. It's not Mirror YASAKA, it's Mirror of YATA. But yeah, let's do it like this. I don't want to risk destroying my SUSA Soldier now that my mountain card has been destroyed. Dragon Wing Beast and... Wait, what's he doing? Well, he's wasting his Dispel cards. He has a lot of Dispel cards. Are you going to attack me now is the question. What are you going to do, sir? He's seen what card I have. The good news is he's wasted 2 Dispel cards. He probably has a Twister on the field. What are you gonna do? 4-star Ladybug, okay. Attack me with 4-star Ladybug first. I really don't care. That's fine. Are you gonna attack me with 1006? Alright! So, let's see what he's gonna do here. Oh, come on, give me something better, please. I'm gonna place SUSA Soldier in defense position, because he knows that I have golden apples. He's not going to try to attack me with the 1600 monster. I could have technically popped it. I should have done it because now I have this card on the field, and it's clogging up my spell and trap zone. Nope, not today. Alright, so he's going to return to my hand. I really need SHINOBIRD Power Spot. That would be so handy. Let's do WINDSTORM of ETAQUA, just in case. And I'm going to try using ASURA Priest. Actually, no, I can't even use that. I'll just attack with SUSA Soldier, get rid of their 4-star Ladybug, because I think its attack is going to go up higher here. Yeah, 2000, there's no point. Let's see what he does. What card do you have? Yeah, just get rid of that. Alright, I'm going to force him to try to attack. It's not a big deal. Right now, we're not starting off with a good starting hand. See, we already have so many spirit monsters in our hands at the moment. And now it's all a matter of just waiting for that SHINOBIRD Power Spot card to show up already. Will you attack? I really want him to attack. I hope that he does. Because I need to clear this. Ooh, what are you going to attack with? Alright, alright. Are you going to attack me? Please attack me. He's scared to attack me because of the golden apples, so that's great. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attack his life points directly. If he doesn't want to attack, he's afraid. I'm just going to start attacking his life points directly. Bye! Unless he has something in his hand. No, he doesn't. Come on. I'm going to force him to attack. And if he tries to attack, I really need SHINOBIRD Power Spot because right now I'm not doing too well without that mountain boost. What monster do you have? Jerry Beans, man, of course. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna use golden apples. Gonna place that in defense. What card does he have here? He's gonna end his turn. Awesome. So now I have a wall. That's actually a pretty strong wall, 2300. Oh, come on! It's not worthwhile putting him on the field yet. I might as well just chip away until I can get a SHINOBIRD power spot. I need a SHINOBIRD power spot, please. That would be very handy. I could technically win if he... This is so funny. I feel like I'm gonna win just by chipping away his life points this way. I love INABA White Rabbit. See, this is what I mean about the combos. So, Golden Apple combos really well with this. Who am I going to get rid of? I'm going to get rid of one of these ASURA Priests just because I don't need it right now. I have one already in my hand. I will keep the 2 Mirror of Yatas, though, just in case. If I can get MAKIU on the field... Actually, no, I can't do that yet. I need SHINOBIRD to really make that effective. He's afraid. He's just got a wall. So... I could actually gain some life points here. I might do that, actually. Let's do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put SUSA Soldier on the map. Actually, I hope he doesn't have, like, Mirror Wall or something. I'm going to activate this effect. And now I'm going to destroy his Rigorous Reaver. Let's see what he has. Does he have anything? No, he doesn't. It's gonna decrease my attack 500, but then it's gonna return to my hand, so I negate his effect anyway. This is another reason why spirit cards are so awesome. So once that is done, return back to my hand. And Orb of YASAKA is gonna come right back as well. Boom. And I'm back to 4th. Actually, I'm higher than my starting life points. So I'm gonna get rid of... I'm going to get rid of maybe 1 Mirror of Yata. I have to get rid of 1 card. For now, this is working out well. I'm whittling away at his life points. I'm increasing mine. He has nothing to destroy my token. He's afraid now. Oh, this is good. This is actually really good. I'm going to probably increase my life points by 1,750 right here. Oh, come on, game! I have 2 SHINOBIRD Cranes. I'm going to get rid of one once this turn's over. I'm going to quick SHINOBIRD Crane with the Orb of YASAKA. And I'm going to gain 1,750 life points for destroying his Jerry Beans, man. Oh, this is so satisfying. It's actually a really satisfying deck to play around with. Thank you. And thank you. That was delicious. Monster effect activates, return it to my hand, and I also get back my orb. Really, he shot himself in the foot for doing this. Yeah, let's get rid of one of these. Now I'm going to start attacking his life points directly with INABA White Rabbit. I'm really hoping that I can pull... What is this? Nobleman of Extermination. Ha! Actually, let's destroy it. Maybe he has it in his hand. Does he? No, he doesn't. That's alright. I think we're going to still be okay, even if he destroyed WINDSTORM of ETAQUA. He's just afraid at the moment. Ah, here we go. So this is where the combos are going to start. I'm going to put SHINOBIRD Power Spot. What does his attack? 500, so it's still not strong enough. But I'm going to put SUSA Soldier on here. Actually, no, let's do it like this. I'm going to attack with the INABA White Rabbit because it's going to start chipping away even further. 1,200 attack directly at his life points. Thank you. And next turn, I'll be able to end it because unless he has something that can stop my INABA White Rabbit, it's game over for him. I just realized that this little token is very smiley. He's got a nice little smile. And it also looks great with the synergy of your deck. It looks like a spirit monster. So you still get the theme of spirits, even if you're using the golden apples. Now, you can't actually absorb life points if you attack them directly, so you can't... I've tried this before. You can't equip INABA White Rabbit with Orb of YASAKA. It won't work. And you got rid of your 2 Dispels. You should have... Oh, he rage quit. I think they fixed that too. It counts as a loss, so there's really no point to rage quit. You might as well either surrender or just take the last hit. Bye. So long. Farewell. Avita say goodnight. Alright, well, we ranked up to Silver Rank 5. I'm going to show you guys one more duel using this deck. I didn't even start with the right hand. I didn't start with that. The only good card that I had at the beginning was Golden Apples to help delay. Everything else was not working out the way I wanted it to. Especially because he managed to summon that tribute monster at the start. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Then all it was just a waiting game. He really couldn't do anything against my monster. Now, because he has Power of Dark, ASURA Priest does lose 200 attack. So he's going to be a little bit... this is not a great hand. I can technically have a defense wall of 1,700. I might do that just to delay, if possible. I guess I should see what my next card will be. A lot of times you'll pull SHINOBIRD Power Spot right away, so if we can get that on the field, that'd be great. If not, not a big deal. What does he have? Okay. Let's do it like this. I'm going to try to absorb his life points. This might be a bad move, but let's try it. He probably has 4-star Ladybug on the map. It might destroy my SHINOBIRD Crane. Regardless, we have a Windstorm of ETAQUA to delay next turn, and then I could always put another SHINOBIRD Crane in defense. What do you have? Spirit Rebo. Ooh, thank you! 1,700! That is... Oh, sorry, 1,500, my bad. That is delicious. Now I'll return back to my hand. We're good. At least I have 5,500 life points right now. Like the other player, the Bandit Keith, he uses the spells way too fast. Because I had SHINOBIRD Power Spot, that was just my victory there. That is fine. I may just take the hit. It's a good delay because then I still keep my Windstorm of ETAQUA on the field. Just let me, yeah, just attack me. Oh, sorry, my bad. I forgot that I only got 1,500. That's not a big deal. 200 off my life points, my base life points is not a big deal. I'll keep that in the back burner in case I can't get something up right away. Oh, come on. Give me something better, game. I'm going to put this in defense. He's probably going to use it to tribute summon something. And then I'll have to use my Windstorm of ETAQUA at that point. These have actually been bad starting hands for a Spirit deck. Minus the trap cards that help delay, it's not been great. I need something better. I need something with more substance. He's probably going to summon maybe Dark Magician. Or not. Alright. I'm going to let him attack. If he doesn't have a boosting trap card, hopefully, then I'm just... Oh, yep, Dark Magician. Here we go. Oh, sorry, Dark Magician Girl. I'm gonna put her into defense if she tries to attack. I want to keep my SHINOBIRD. Oh, wow. They're afraid. That's always good. Ooh, this is a fun combo. Alright, so here is my fun combo. You just wasted your ability. I'm gonna play SHINOBIRD on the field. They're gonna be like, why are they putting that? My attack is stronger than their attack. Why are they summoning this monster? Well, this is why. I'm gonna use some magic on ya. Goodbye, Dark Magician Girl. It was a pleasure knowing you. I'm gonna flip you to that. I'm not gonna take this off the field because then I will be empty, and I want to save Windstorm of ETAQUA when I need it. And then they're gonna be like, what was the point of that? Well, guess what? Back to my hand! That's what! Oh, that is so satisfying. So that helps delay a little bit. Hopefully they don't have anything stronger than 1,700, because then I can keep SHINOBIRD Crane on the field up until I can get a SHINOBIRD Power Spot, and then I can start causing some more damage by keeping that in defense, and then attacking with the other card and combining with Orb of YASAKA. Actually, no, I can't. I have Windstorm of ETAQUA in the field. Ooh, you know what would be great right now? No, not that. Not that. Sure, let's just keep bombarding and upping our life points. I have a feeling that they don't have anything stronger here, hopefully. And if any of their traps is something that can destroy my SHINOBIRD Crane, this one at least I still have the first one. We always want to have one, and I have another one in the deck as well. Actually, I don't know why I didn't use SUSA Soldier. I'm an idiot. I should have used SUSA Soldier in case they have a higher defense than 1,700. Normally in these decks, they usually have... That's probably the Sorcerer. the Arsenal Summoner. Sorry. Yeah, Arsenal Summoner probably. Let's see. What are they gonna do? Okay. That's fine. What do you have? I just need to keep clearing his field. Oh, yeah? Oh, didn't expect that. Damn, son. So, he's got a Dark Magician deck. Well, crap. Yep. This is, again, why I should have used SUSA Soldier there. Technically, the same thing would have happened anyway. It would have come back to my hand, and I would have been able to get some life points. I know that he would have been able to pull maybe a Dark Magician card. Oh, that wasn't good. Actually, no, he might not be able... He won't be able to summon in this next turn. Regardless, we still have WINDSTORM of ETAQUA. It's all good. He probably thinks that I can't destroy this card either. I am going to be able to destroy this card next turn. Unless he has something here. Sets a monster. Now the question is, if I can get SHINOBIRD Power Spot the next pull, I can do ASURA Priest, destroy both these cards. Oh, big mistake. Big mistake, Sonny Jim! Please attack it. Please attack it. Actually, please don't attack it. No, he's gonna chicken out. Ah, yes! Oh, beautiful. Mwah. I love this card. SHINOBIRD Power Spot. And I'm gonna pair it with ASURA Priest and Orb of YASAKA. And this is why ASURA Priest is awesome. You pair him with Orb of YASAKA, 2000 attack. It would have been 2200 attack if it wasn't for their field card, but I somehow doubt that they have something over here that will be able to block. Unless they have a trap card. That could also be a possibility. I'm about to increase my life points by a lot if nothing stops me here. You always want to keep a defense wall with spirit monsters. What do you have? What do you have? You have something. They can delay their turn. Reinforcements. Ah, god damn it. So they're just gonna destroy their card. Alright, well, that's one ASURA Priest out the window. Alright. And if that is... I should have tried to attack this one first, maybe. That was my mistake. They're gonna summon Cosmo Queen. I'm gonna put it into defense position, then I can destroy it with SUSA Soldier. 2,200, 2,700, and its defense was 2,500. Yeah, I could hopefully do that. Can use Tribute Summon is the question. I'm curious if they can Tribute Summon. It's probably a Dark Effigy that they were trying to protect. Oh, what is this? What did you pick? Did you even bother picking an element? No, you didn't. No, I'm not gonna play it. I'll let them get some damage on themselves. That's a big chunk of damage. And they weren't even able to use their ability. So this card allows you to pick a type of monster, and if you pick the right type, then it increases its attack by 1,000 points during damage calculation. Because he wasn't able to pick that, I'm gonna destroy it the next turn. I don't know what the point of that was. I think he's getting desperate now. So SHINOBIRD's gonna come back, but now at this point I can put SUSA Soldier. Yep. I'm gonna use SHINOBIRD's Power Spot. And that means that I can pull another Spirit Monster from my hand. Now the question is, do I want INABA White Rabbit or do I want ASURA Priest? Let's do INABA White Rabbit, just in case they can't defeat my SUSA Soldier. Come on, give me some better cards, game. Alright, so let's put SUSA Soldier in attack. And I'm gonna put one Mirror of YATA. So if anything tries to destroy him, he's gonna live for at least one more turn, and then I can place another Mirror of YATA if I need to. If I need to. Let's just destroy his warrior here. Bye. So life points are not going to do a lot. No, don't want to activate his effect, because if I do that, then he's going to come back to my hand and destroy the Mirror of YATA card. There's no coming back from that one, so I'm going to keep him on the field now. This is my wall. Even though I can't do a lot of base damage to his attack because it halves it, it's still good to destroy whatever cards they have on the field and prevent other shenanigans from happening. How many cards do we have? 9, 12? Okay, I'm still good. Do you not have any... Oh, this is This might be over. This might be... Actually, let me see. It's definitely going to be bringing his life points down by a lot. Let's try attacking with this first. Does he have a golden apples is the question. What are you going to do? He is just delaying as much as possible. Okay, that's fine. He might have a golden apples. And even if he does, then what I can do is I can put another SHINOBIRD power spot and destroy it. Oh, please be a golden apples. I wonder if it'll actually absorb the amount of damage done to your life points. I think that's what happens. Let's see. Golden apples? Ha! Golden apples, but it's gonna please be 1,350. Yes! It's gonna be such a little weakling. Oh, this is so funny. I was curious about that. I wasn't sure that if you were attacked by SUSA soldier, if it would take its full... Yeah, it's a little weakling. It can't do anything. Alright. He might be doing that, though, as... Well, obviously a stall, but... Okay, let's pull ASURA Priest into our hand. So now we have... Pretty much we're set with our spirit cards. We have another SHINOBIRD power spot in case they dispel. We have another Mirror of YATA. We got an INABA White Rabbit just to attack their life points directly. We're pretty much set here unless he does something crazy that I'm not expecting. I know obviously this is Cosmo Queen here. What he should have done was actually use golden apples with my SHINOBIRD Crane. Oh, ooh. So now, I'm not going to be able to absorb any attack from this because obviously it's 0 base normally, but I will... Okay, I got golden apples, it's not going to help me at all. Let's clear the field using ASURA Priest. I'm just going to destroy whatever cards he has here. I really hope that's not 4-star Ladybug. Okay, good. Destroy that. Destroy this token, and start chipping away at his at his life points. I was gonna say start chipping away at his damage doesn't really make sense. Back to my hand. I gotta get rid of something. I'm probably gonna get rid of golden apples. Don't need that. That's the best part about Spirit decks, is it's a battle of patience, and you have to take your time and just make sure that you have the right wall. Normally, I wouldn't like to clog this spot here, but in case of anything, in case he manages to somehow summon Cosmo Queen, I can put it in, I can flip that into defense position and destroy it with SUSA Soldier, so it's not, I'm not worried about that. I think the next turn I might be able to destroy him. I don't think he has anything here. I'm curious what spell card this is, or what trap he has on the map. We haven't seen Mirror Wall. He probably has it, I don't know. I'm trying to think what cards he might have. He had golden apples. It looks like he purchased, obviously, Flame... Okay. That's smart. That's a smart move. Which one are you going to destroy is the question. Which one are you going to pick? Oh. Alright. I'm just going to place another one up on the field. So we just wasted his turn there. I'm going to get rid of that golden apples next turn. Is he rage quitting? He's rage quitting. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on! Why you do this? Oh, that's so unsatisfying. Wait, what? How'd I lose? I have perfect connection. Was that a hack? Alright, so my connection's perfect considering that I am still connected. It literally was... That was not cool. So... People are probably still running hacked APKs. There's no way that my connection stopped at that point. Let's see, who's this person? ADR Nexopops, or Nexops. Yep, I'm looking at my connection. I'm still connected. But anyway, so that would have been a win. That was BS in my opinion. Alright, so that is the Spirit deck. Again, guys, if you have any suggestions for a Spirit deck that you might be building or anything that you'd like to see in my Spirit deck in a future episode, next week I'm going to be recording the special duels for the Exodia event, so I might not be using my Spirit combo at that time. I might be trying to build something to help pull Exodia quicker. I'll try to think of something. I'm going to try to think of something. Please remember to drop a like if you enjoyed that video, and also remember to subscribe if you haven't already, just to be notified whenever new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content does come out on the channel. Also, please remember to check out Darman, my good friend, my good pal, my comrade. bad in dueling. If you need any tips and suggestions or just want to see entertaining Duel Links content, his link is in the description below. And I'll see you all on the next level.